feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it take a swim, only option is to win.
Hey everyone, welcome to our post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank podcast here in Arkansas. We've been speaking with Jason Everett of Liberty National and pulled a lot of really good information from him. As an entrepreneur or business owner, I'm sure you'll want to listen to the full podcast. You can do that at arkansas.shrimptankpodcast.com, or you can download us on iTunes. Hey, David, we did get some good information. What stood out to you as one of the things?
Yeah,
that we
a lot of great information. Great to have you on the show, Jason.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, thank you for your time. So we just met at a convention in Chicago. We got on the elevator, and I say, "Hey, so what do you do? Tell us about that." That was a really helpful piece there on the podcast.
So we're talking about Sears Tower, right?
Sears Tower. You got a lot of time. Yeah,
30-minute elevator ride.
So, one of the things that I think we've been snookering, especially when we talk about, the group of people that are just starting to retire, is that they've been thinking that life insurance that they have through their employer is going to continue with them when they retire. And the problem is that right now the baby boomer generation is starting to find out at a rapid pace that their insurance doesn't continue with them. And so one of the things that I want to encourage business owners to know is Liberty National has a product that is very unique that the employee can get while they're working. It never goes up in price. It never goes down in value. It's portable and it's good. Life insurance that they can have all the way to age 100. As a matter of fact, they can even have an option to have it paid up at 65 at retirement.
Wow.
And so they also are able to do this through a program that we help set up called Section 125 that allows it to be done pre-tax, and we're able to take other products that they're offered, even if they're from other companies, and put them through our premium-only plan so that they can take advantage of the pre-tax savings.
And did I hear you right that the premium stays the same when they retire?
That's right.
The group rate stays the same all the way to age 100.
That's right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Now, Jason, obviously the Shrimp Tank podcast is all about entrepreneurs and business owners and even intrapreneurs, leaders in large companies. But what was it that made you started in corporate America.
I did.
What made you want to go out on your own and become your own boss and own your own business?
Well, I wanted something different than how I was raised. My parents are great people. They worked hard their entire life. They still, my dad retired about 5 years ago, but he was on call all the time. And, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and we can't do this and we can't go there. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to bless my family, but I also wanted the opportunity to be able to bless other people. And so what I've seen with this is that I can bring people in and I can mentor them and I can teach them the business, and that they're able to go out and better their lives and their families and give the opportunities to somebody else. And, the old saying is cliche-ish, but it's so true. If we help enough people get what they want, we get what we want, So that's been what's driven me.
Good.
Yeah, so one of your big motivations is your family, and you got a big family. We talked about that on the show.
That's right.
You got, let's see, 6 boys and one in the oven right now. Another boy, right?
Another boy, yeah.
And all under the age of 10.
We only have one recipe.
So you got a lot of shrimp in the tank swimming around there, don't you? You got a lot of shrimp to feed as well.
I know where this is going.
So we had a real fun segment there on the Plead the Fifth segment of the podcast. So I'll ask you one question, but I want you to answer that in the video wrap up here for the watching audience, and that is have you ever had a time where you have intentionally avoided not changing one of those boys' diapers?
So it's funny that you mentioned that, because even this morning, so we're trying to get the kids off to school this morning, and I go upstairs, and the little one's still in his crib, and I could have swore that one of the brothers said that he's pooped. So I tried to do all these other things instead of go up there and change him. And so finally it was left that I was going to be the one. So I go up there and I fill the back of his diaper, and it's pretty full. And I'm like, oh no. And then I look, and it's just full of pee. So it was like a
Yes.
a victory.
Yes. So you didn't plead the fifth on that one, but yeah, okay.
All right, one last thing on the wrap-up here, which I think is crucial for entrepreneurs to understand, is access to capital. And should you go into debt to start your business? Should you go into debt to grow your business? You had some interesting perspectives on that. Share with our viewers.
Yeah, so I think it's important not to overextend yourself, that's for sure. I think one of the easy mistakes to make, especially when you're putting your name on something, is you try to be flashy and you try to go with glass and chrome and
corner office,
the corner office and the nice car, and I would say be careful. You only want to really invest in things in the beginning that are going to bring you back a return. And so you don't want to say no to anything in those first couple of years if it's going to bring you a return. And so that's why I think it's important to save up some money. It's also important to have some backing. You know, I talked about how I had a bank that had promised to back me, and we had to dip into it a little bit in that first year. But you want to make sure that you're making good, solid decisions that make sense that's going to bring you a return.
And Jason, just for those who don't have time to listen to the podcast, if someone wants to learn more about what you do or you yourself or your agency, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you can, of course, look us up on Facebook, and it's just Jason Everett or Everett Agencies, or you can go and call us at our office at 501-225-5556, or send me an email at jeverett, that's EVERETT, at libnat, that's LIBNAT.com.
Hey, everybody, it's been a great show. I do hope you have time to listen to the podcast. Remember, go to arkansas.shrimptankpodcast.com to listen to it or download us on iTunes. And remember, to be a shark, we all start out as shrimp.
All right.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank.